President Trump praised George H.W. Bush for his unwavering commitment to faith, family, and country. He says the former president lived a successful and beautiful life. President Trump is expected to join other living presidents at Bush's funeral on Wednesday in Washington. White House correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Lauren. The First Lady will join the president at that funeral. Despite previous criticism, President Trump is complimenting the 41st president and plans to meet privately with the Bush family this week as George H.W. Bush will be remembered in Washington. The military plane called Air Force One when the president flies being renamed Special Air Mission 41 as it carries the body of former President George H.W. Bush to the nation's capital today.
He was a wonderful man.
President Trump with nothing but praise for the patriarch of a political dynasty.
I met him on numerous occasions. He was just a high-quality man who truly loved his family. One thing that came through loud and clear, he was very proud of his family.
The sentiment repeated in a joint statement from President Trump and the First Lady. Along with his full life of service to country, we will remember President Bush for his devotion to family, especially the love of his life, Barbara. Vice President Mike Pence promising prayers for the Bush family and commending the 41st president.
He served America with distinction all of his life.
Former President Bill Clinton thanked his predecessor for his great long life of service, love, and friendship. On Wednesday, President Trump is closing the federal government for a national day of mourning. Flags on public buildings like the White House will fly at half-staff for the next 30 days in honor of the former president.
He led a full life and a very exemplary life, too, I will say.
And though President Trump and the Bush family have swapped critical remarks in the past, the president used a softer tone today, tweeting, "Looking forward to being with the Bush family to pay my respects to President George H.W. Bush." Along with President Trump, the oldest living former president, 94-year-old Jimmy Carter, will also be at Wednesday's funeral at the National Cathedral here in Washington. On Thursday, a second memorial at St. Martin's Episcopal Church in Houston will be held, where George H.W. Bush was a member. Lauren?
White House correspondent Mark Irons. Thank you, Mark.